Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Christina Kasky and today I am going to try and do a video that has me in it, I guess. Usually I've been doing just the voiceovers, but this time I thought I would try doing the video so that you can actually see me. We'll kind of see how that plays out. I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, we'll check it out, see how it goes. At the moment, I am in the process of making some Satsuma orange lotion, body lotion, as well as while that is mixing, I am making some grape juice bath bombs. So the lotions that I make, I tend to use my stand mixer because I can let them mix slowly on the side, doing their own thing while I go ahead and do other things. So I don't have to sit there with my stick blender trying to mix it all up. So far it's worked out for me. I kind of do both, just depends on my mood that day. But today I have the lotion mixing and I decided to go ahead and make some of these great bath bombs for my cousin there. That was my dishes alarm. It's time to go do the dishes. But we're going to do a voiceover instead. So I've got my baking soda here in the mixer, and I have it just mixing up, just getting rid of any clumps or anything that might still be in there. A lot of people do sift their bath bombs. I tend to skip that step and I just let my mixer have at it for a little while. And then what I've done is I've added some deep purple water soluble dye. I added probably like 1/8 of a teaspoon in there. As it's mixing here, it's not as dark as I want it to be. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. And here I'm just going to, you can kind of see it in the corner there. It's just that light lilac-y color. Again, it's kind of a grape juice scent, so I do want it to be a bit of a darker purple if I can. I'm not super familiar with this colorant, so I'm just seeing how she goes. You know, for me, you would think being deep purple, it would be a lot deeper color by now, but it's not. So here I am just decided that I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more colorant, which means I have to add a little bit more water to get it mixed into. I have regrets about this. I did find at the end my batch was just a bit on the damp side. It's not like I added a lot, but you don't need a lot to make that difference, I guess. So it was a little bit on the damp side. I don't think I would go this route again if I wanted to add more colorant. I would probably either just put it in and hope for the best, or I'll show you what I've done towards the end of the video to adjust the color again. So I'm adding in my, what is this stuff? My cream of tartar here. So that helps me to get the bars a little bit harder. And then I'm going to add in my SLSA. And I'm going to do it very slowly and carefully because I don't want to breathe it in. Really, I should have put my mask on. You can see the dust coming out of there. I am kind of out of range of the dust, but it's too easy to breathe this stuff in. I recommend strongly wearing your mask. I just forgot it, and normally I would be wearing it at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of another stir. So the mixer I'm using right now is my Cuisinart mixer. It works great, but I do have to scrape the sides a fair amount on these containers, much more so than I would have to on my KitchenAid mixer, because the KitchenAid mixer has that rubber spatula, so it really does get into the sides a lot better. So I'm adding my SLSA, and you can see again, you can see that powder coming out here. It's definitely harsh on the lungs if you breathe it in. You can see I kind of stepped away there to get out of the line of fire. I don't know why I didn't grab my mask. I generally do wear it. I'm grabbing my kaolin clay here now. Again, helps with a bit of a harder bar, but it also helps just with a nice, smooth, kind of like a soft, slippery feel to the skin as well. I like that one a lot in my bath bombs. You'll find if you watch a lot of these videos, my recipe is fairly similar to that of Jerica Zimmerman with Quench Bear. So I also was having a ton of trouble with my bath bombs and kept tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it. And then I happened to see one of her videos, and she kind of gave her base recipe for everyone to use, and it was a huge help. I was able to tweak my recipe just a little bit further. I do have my recipe is a goat's milk recipe, but I was able to tweak it just a little bit further so that I was able to get a good strong bath bomb. I'm really happy with them now. That is what I'm adding right now is my goat's milk. That bag just previously was more kaolin clay. I just run out, but this one here is my goat's milk that I'm adding. I do use powdered goat's milk in my bath bombs. The reason for that is when you're making soaps, there's a bit of a chemical reaction that happens when you're using fresh goat's milk that makes it so that that fresh goat's milk won't potentially cause you any harm from not being pasteurized. So there's certain bacteria and illnesses that you can get with fresh milk that you don't get with pasteurized milk. So when you're making soap, the chemical reaction kind of deals with that problem. You don't have to worry about it. But if I were to try and put it in my bath bomb, say as a replacement for the water, one, it would be such a small amount that I would be putting in because we can't have the mixture be too moist. And two, I open you up to that potential bacteria growing, and I suspect it just would grow in your bath bomb. So I just don't use it. I use powdered goat's milk to allow me to have goat's milk in my bath bombs, but to make sure that you guys are all safe. So in the microwave there, I just popped in a tiny bit of shea butter. It helps harden up the bar as well, and also is just super lovely on your skin for moisturizing. And here is my polysorbate 80. I specifically am using it to help with the slip in the bathtub. I don't want, because I am adding a little bit of oil in there, I don't want you guys slipping and falling in the tub. And the same here, I use canola oil. I know lots of people use all kinds of very expensive oils, but personally what I have found is that canola oil is such a good moisturizer, so good on my skin. I really, really like it. It's readily available. I won't have to worry about shortages of it here in Alberta. And it's something that I can feel comfortable that it's made in Canada most of the time. So far, I think all the ones that I have bought to date, I'm looking at my box here now, have been made in Canada, but there are varieties for sure. And I'm adding in my Galactic Grape. I got this one from Candora Soap Company. I had to put in an order for some containers from them, and it was the first time I bought from them. But I had that little cousin there who was requesting a grape flavor, and I thought I'd give it a shot. And here I really don't like the purple color. It's still so light. So this really should be put into water because it's a water soluble dye. But I've decided I'm going to find a way to get more purple in here. It's not dark enough. I'm not happy with it. So I snuck in some purple into my fragrance and other oils. And then I am just going to add it all into the container there. So hopefully that will be much better. Just waiting on my shea butter. Definitely keep an eye on the channel for the Satsuma orange lotion. I'm going to try and post a video of that here as well in the next while. Yeah, and there's my little bitty bit of shea butter, but it makes all the difference. And then I'll just mix her up quickly and pop it in there. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It helps me a ton. I am trying to get verified so that I can potentially start having just a little bit of an income here off of my YouTube channel. Not that I'm out to make $1 million. I just really, really want a shrink wrapper. So this is my goal. Is YouTube is going to pay for a national shrink wrap system for me. Fingers crossed, it works out. I've got a couple of requests from some people on specific videos, and I promise I'm going to try and get to them, guys, especially that shop tour for you. I had done one for Facebook a while back, but it was just a quick one when I first opened. I will get something a little more thorough. I just want to actually do a little tidy of my back room here. I moved everything from my home to the shop here, and I don't really need it all now, and it's really cluttered. So I just want to give it a good tidy, and then I'll bring you guys in to see the shop and all the storage and everything. So here I'm adding in my citric acid, and then I jumped over here. I have this Lifesaver mold, and I pull it out every now and again to try it one more time, and every time I'm just mad at it. It hasn't made me a nice bath bomb yet. I don't know, maybe I need a specific recipe for it to work. I don't know how many recipes I've tried at this point on it. It looks beautiful there, but when I go to put it down, it cracks. So next time I think I might try flipping it on a piece of cardboard or something first so that it doesn't have kind of that pop, and see if that makes a difference with it not cracking. But I always watch, like, again, we'll go back to Jerica Zimmerman on Quench Bear. I've been watching her a ton lately, and she just pops her bath bombs all over the place like it's no big deal. And I just don't know how she's pulling it out, because as similar as my recipe now is to hers, mine still can't do that. Even the trays that she uses, I have no idea how she's getting her round bombs into her trays without them falling apart. Mine won't make it that far. They'll crack on me. But yeah. So this is my round bath bomb mold. I have to double check where I got my press and my mold from. I can't recall. I want to say Bath Bomb Press Company, but I'm not sure. Definitely off of Etsy is where I ended up getting this dye from. But it works fantastic. Like, I'm so glad that I got it. The only thing that I struggle with is this part here. I don't have one of those plungers that people have that you push your bath bomb mold down on. So I'm using my hands, and I'm always having to shimmy it up and down and all around. So that's a little bit of a frustration, but it does seem to go well. And then these little cups that I have here, they're actually just like a little cupcake mold or container. Has a little black bottom that goes on them. You get them on Amazon. And I got them to put my bath bombs in because I thought they would look super cute in there, but my bath bombs are too big to fit in there. So rather than waste the tops, I started using them to hold my bath bombs as they're drying, and they, again, work like a charm. It's absolutely perfect. I'm very happy with the way that that turned out. And I'm still frustrated with the color. It is definitely purple now. I'll take it. It's a little bit darker, which is great, but I'd almost like it like double darker. I really wanted a deep dark purple, so maybe as it dries I might get lucky and it might cure. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day and we'll talk to you soon.